Good evening. Good evening. What's up? This is MB. This is Sideline, the baseline with me, MB, and my boy, Klew. Birthday boy today. That's why he's not with me today. So I'm going to hold it down, man, for the birthday boy. The birthday boy. He promised me he'll save me some cake, man. So I'm like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yes, my man K. Lou. So you guys make sure you wish him a happy birthday, man. And then also, hey, for those guys, appreciate you guys joining in today. And like always, don't forget to subscribe to get your notifications. All right, so you don't want to miss a great show as far as we holding it down, man. So today is Tuesday, and typically Tuesday we kind of shift to our in-season schedule. And with that in mind, we're doing what we call a post-game show. So we're looking at the games that took place over the weekend, the long weekend, from our last show, which is on Friday. So we're looking at games on Saturdays and Sundays, looking at college games, NFL games, right? NBA, baseball. And then from those games, we're deciding, choosing who was a baller. And the way we like to do it, we like to mix things up. And K. Lou came up with this term, he's a problem, right? And basically, when from being a coach and a former player, whenever you scout the opponent, you identify who those war daddies are. And right off the bat, you like, this dude's a problem. He's a grown man. And so this week, man, just looking back at the film, looking back at the highlights, we put a collection of players from all different sports, like I told you, who was a problem. And let's jump to the NFL, man. I've been in Ohio, staying at my mother's in love place, spending some time up there. And so I'm going to show some Ohio love, man. And Joe Mixon, he's a problem, right? Hey, Cincinnati was able to get their first win this past weekend. And he definitely was the main reason why, all right? My man had 25 carries for 151 yards. And like K. Lou like to say, 2 touches. And for those who touches mean touchdowns, baby, TDs. And he wasn't finished, all right? Not only he had those carries, but he had 6 catches for 30 yards with another touch. So he had a total of 3 touches in one game, all right? He's a problem, all right, because right now Cincinnati, when you look at their team, they've been a problem. And there's another segment called They Clowning, and we even joked about them actually redshirting their quarterback until they get some players around them. And I think when you start establishing that run game and you take the pressure off your quarterback, because they got a special quarterback, man, if they can continue to protect him like they did, they only gave up 1 sack, all right? Those guys, Joe Mixon, Joe Burrows, right? Those guys going to continue to be a problem. Another player who I decide who was a problem, and this is in the losing cause, man, George Kittles, man. This guy, tight end for San Fran, this joker is a grown man, right? He's an absolute grown man. And the losing cause had 15 catches for 183 yards. I'm talking about a tight end, right? Nowadays, a tight end, and they run a pro-style offense. So it's not like a college spread offense, but the way they use this cat, they use this cat like a receiver, man. He's a mismatch. And I love his toughness, man. I love his grit. He's a problem. He's a problem for anybody that covering, whether it's a linebacker, whether it's a safety, all right, corner, it don't make a difference. This joker is a problem. Unfortunately, he wasn't a big enough problem to help his team win. They ended up taking an L 25-20. But my man, 15 catches, like I said, 183 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, right, my boy Tom Brady. All right. And if K. Lou was here, he selected him and Lamar Jackson as both of them being a problem, right? My man Lamar, all right, getting it done, man. One of the fastest guys to get to 5,000 passing yards and 2,000 rushing. I think something like that, man. Obviously, man, when he keep it going, man, with his legs and his arms, man, he's definitely a problem. And then Tom Brady, man, the GOAT, the living legend, getting it done. All right, 5 touches, man, threw 5 touchdowns in one game, led Tampa Bay back to a come from behind victory, man. the GOAT still got it, man. And those guys continue to get better and better. And you got to keep in mind, obviously, he's with the new team, new system, getting familiar with his players, getting familiar with the new system, right? Counting on him to throw the deep ball, and he did a good job. And then obviously those guys he got on the outside, Evans is a grown man, so he's those 50-50 throws, man, going to be more than 50-50 when you got those big guys on the outside. And then my man Gronk, all right, stepping it up on the last drive, right, making a big catch, all right, keeping the drive alive, man. So, he's got some parts around. They're starting to get this thing done. And Tom Brady, once again, Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I see you, Angela. Yeah, Lamar. All right, both of them. They're a problem. He's a problem. I wish I had Klew here to say my boy Klew. All right, for those who just coming on, Klew celebrating his birthday, so I'm holding it down, but not for too long. I got some people, I got some experts that's going to come help me out. All right, just want to transition to the college football, and I wish Klew was here for this, because how can you tell me this, right? Man, Virginia Tech against Duke, right? Virginia Tech, their whole secondary is out. Coronavirus is out. And then the quarterback, the coach from Duke is supposed to be a guru. I'm telling, I ain't running the ball at all. I'm throwing the ball. I'm attacking the secondary because you got nobody. All right, man, they getting do walk-ons off the sideline trying to get them to play. All right, guys, switching positions and whatnot just to try to fill the secondary. And both your first and second team corners, right, are out. And you still lose the game. Come on, Klew. What's up with Duke, man? Good Lord. Good Lord. Boy, they playing what my boy used to say, that by 40 defense, man. It gets you beat by 40. They didn't get beat by 40, but the way this running back Herbert went off, oh, my God. They should have got beat by 40. Hey, this is a grown man numbers, right? 208 yards, all right, rushing, 150 yards in kickoff returns, for a total of 358 total yards for scrimmage and 2 touches, right? Come on now, 150 yards, kickoff return. I'd rather just kick the ball out of bounds. How can you kick the ball to this dude and he's housing it 150 yards in kickoff return? That don't make no sense to me. All right, some stuff you can prevent, right? That's not good. All right, that's bad coaching. All right, whoever the special team coach, they need to slap him. All right. He clowning. That makes no sense. And this man, a grown man. And so Virginia Tech, once again, getting it done, right? Short-handed, don't mean nothing. They getting it done. And Herbert, he's a problem. All right, the next person a problem. Hey, Mac Jones, right, from Alabama, man. Alabama, golly. All right, it's supposed to be a game versus Alabama, SEC, Alabama against Texas A&M. Mac Jones, all right. Roll Tide, Pac Jam, all right, that's his team. Hey, they're a problem. They are a problem. What you said, they were bush watching at practice at camp. They was doing something. They were point shaving out there at Double A. They was absolutely point shaving, Duke point shaving. I don't know what they doing. They doing something. Maybe they put the basketball team out there, had a better showing than that. Golly, they point shaving, man. They are stealing. I don't know. They are stealing. I don't know how you get beat. That makes no sense. All right, but Virginia Tech understood, hey, we don't have no corner. Let's run this ball down their throat. Let's play possession game. And Virginia Tech, like I said, won the game 38-31, getting it done. All right, so you know that's bad. Duke, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. All right, but now Mac Jones, man, Texas A&M, they're in trouble. All right, pretenders and contenders. All right, all the hype, man. I love them. Because my boy T. Rob, the running back coach, he's out there. And I know he have his guys showing up. But Nick Saban, he got his guys showing up. And they don't rebuild, they reload. Even when they don't have a strong team, they still got a strong team. And Mac Jones, man, he was making some great throws out there. And he was getting it done, man. 435 yards passing with 4 touches. Man, beat them 52-24. Beat the brakes off Texas A&M. Mac Jones, he's a problem. All right, next group, SMU, right? Upset Memphis this weekend. And a big part of it, oh my God, man, these dudes, this Quarterback Shane, man, getting it done. Number 7, transferred from Texas. All right, 32 for 45, 32 completions, 45 attempts, 474 yards with 3 touches, right? But, man, it was like Joe Montana, right, and Jerry Rice, because the receiver, Reggie Robinson, he was balling. He's a problem. And this dude didn't even finish the game, man. I hope this guy's all right. He had 5 catches for 243 yards, right? Those are PlayStation numbers, man. You put that up on Madden, 5 catches for 243 yards and didn't even play a whole game. All right, went down with a non-contact injury. And you know what? Hey, man, usually when that happened, man, golly, you don't like to see that because you think the worst. But, man, so I just hope he's all right because he's a problem. Yeah, Adam, hey, man, you're all in my Kool-Aid, right? Because the Heat, their problem, and Jimmy Butler, my man, a.k.a. Django Unchained, right? He was unchained, baby. He was unchained. Bam was out. The Dragon was out. Hey, but it wasn't a problem because why? Jimmy Butler, he's a problem. He was a problem, man. Hey, he was a problem. Yeah, he was a problem. That's right, Double A. Jimmy Butler is now LeBron problem, right? Wait, Klew, I'm telling you, I wish Klew was here with his Lakers, baby. I told you the Heat, baby. The Heat got hard. They got hard, man. And I was a little nervous, right? Because Django was saying, man, hey, in order for us to beat the Lakers, all right, we got to play perfect. And I was, I'm like, playing perfect, man. That's not good. Because there's no perfect game. I mean, other than like bowling, right? Perfect. Baseball, a pitcher can be perfect, but still you need some stuff to fall into place. And so even mistakes become, just throw it up and it happen, right? But, man, hey, he's willing it, man. You're right. He is willing it. Django Unchained, man. Jimmy Butler last game had 40 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 block shots, and 2 steals, leading the Heat to victory, 115 to 104. He's a problem. Jimmy Butler, man, a.k.a. Django Unchained, getting it done. And man, it's baseball time, man. And I don't care what the regular season say, but I know one team that's a problem, and it's a problem to my hometown state team, right? Hey, the Yankees, the even empire, all right, the Bronx Bombers, their problem, all right, getting it done, man. DeCarlo, man, who used to be with the Marlins, hit a grand slam, to lead the Yankees to victory, and they got to do it again tonight. They played late on tonight, man. My Marlins, man, I was hoping they'll be a problem, but, man, they took that L today. Dang. All right, but they'll come back. And you know who else is a problem, man? We're going to show some love, all right? Yeah, no doubt. Those 5 guys on the perimeter who can shoot and cut, they're a problem, all right? Especially when they use them in that pick and roll situation. Free Jane go up. He's able to make the right decision. You're definitely right, Double A. But another we want to show some love, man. Title 10 is real, baby. And hey, man, the WNBA, the Seattle Storms, all right, they're a problem, all right. Sue Bird, the first game, broke their record for assists in the halftime, ended up finishing the game with 16 assists. I mean, the girl just keep doing it. She keep rolling. Golly, she keep playing, getting it done. All right, and then Breanna Stewart, she's a problem. All right, I loved her when she was in college, getting it done for UConn, and then took her talents to the WNBA and still getting it done, man. Hey, they are a problem, and, man, they're a problem for the Las Vegas Ace, seeing they can get this done. All right, now one thing, man, so we identified, like I said, the people who's a problem, all right, and then there's one segment that we want to come up with to identify when somebody do something that's just crazy, man. I think about like a Run DMC song, he be illin', dun, 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 dun. He be illin', right? And it's like Joker, he's clowning, right? He is straight up clowning, all right? And one dude that is clowning and it finally caught up with him is Bill O'Brien. My God, and the reason why I say that, and easy kick a man while he down, but I've been consistent because when he traded DeAndre Hopkins, I'm like, what are you doing? And he replaced him, right, with David Johnson, replaced him with Cook, replaced him with who else? Fuller, who's back hurt, came from injury, right? Made all those trades, giving up draft capital, ended up giving, he's trying to win right now and doing got Tonzo from the Dolphins, man, gave up a lot for him, man, and steals. And I'm like, man, what are you doing when you give up DeAndre Hopkins just because he's asking for a new contract? Come on, man. Don't make no sense. You don't give away a generational talent like that at receiver, right? And then you got a quarterback like you have, and you just wasting them, man. I mean, they have something going on great, Watkins and Hopkins, and you just broke that up, man. You broke up the band and didn't have to do that. You want to build around those guys, not take away from just because the guys ask for more money. I mean, he got 3 years left on a deal. Come on, a lot of dudes do that. They outperform. His deal is no different, right? Than the NFL. If you don't play well, they ask you to take a pay cut. So I don't have a problem with DeAndre Hopkins asking for a raise or a new contract, right? Now it's up to you if you want to give it to him or not. A lot of dudes do that because the team, they'll ask you, hey, can you help us out? Can we make your salary bonus so we can work the numbers and all that? Is you work hand in hand, man. But for you to trade your top receiver, right? Man, he's clowning. That dude clowning, and it caught up with the man. Started off 0-4, man, and ended up losing his job. Like I said, being a coach, I don't wish that on nobody. But man, when I said in the offseason, it was hard for me to cheer for him when they was doing something well, and when they was playing tough, played Kansas City tough, had some tough games and challenging is in there. But there's no moral victory in the NFL, man. Either you're doing it or you don't. And NFL means not for long. And I knew once he got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, if he wasn't winning, all right, he fit in that category, not for long, right? And unfortunately, the owner died, and now new ownership. And so with new ownership or new changes and whatnot, so he got caught in the crossfire, man, because that dude was clowning, all right? And then when you look at it, let's just transition to NFL, man, right? And you think about right now, who else is on the hot seat, right? Yeah, self-inflicted wound, right? Seems to be going around, no doubt. And that's the thing, man. It's hard enough to win in the NFL as is, unless you stack like Kansas City stack, you stack like certain teams, and not too many teams are stacked like that, right? And it's hard to give. And right now, like people said all the time, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Henry and Joes. And what's happening though is man, Belichick does it so well where he makes it the Patriot way, where he's able to take that college mentality and bring it to the NFL, whereas it's big team and little me, and he's able to recycle and get the right guys in this scheme because it's a combination of coaches and players, right? And so they try to duplicate that, and you can't just run off all the talent off. You can't do that if your team's not built that way. This is still a talent-driven league, and you gotta have talent. You gotta have some Henrys and Joes, and not just X's and O's, and so that's the thing, man. But you look at it, and so you look at other teams, right? Alan talked about self-inflicted seem to be going around. I mean, you look at other coaches that's on the bubble. Adam Gase, all right, on the bubble, right? I mean, right now he's not winning. And right now they end up taking an L. And man, he's another guy on the bubble, man. Dan Quinn, man, I was pulling for this guy, man. But man, right now, they double-digit leads, blown. He's another guy that's on the bubble that could be out of there, man. Took an L against Green Bay, 30-16, had a lead over the Cowboys, ended up losing that game on crazy onside kick. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's a lot. That's the coach responsibility, right? And then my man from Detroit, keep chewing on those pencils, man. Keep the pencils, the professor, keep the pencil in his hat. Little Belichick Jr., Matt Patrick, man. Hey, he's 1-3, had a lead against the New Orleans Saints, blew a lead again. New ownership as well. So, man, hey, those guys are definitely on the bubble, man. Definitely getting it done. What'd you say, Double A? Talent and hustle on and off the field, no doubt, man. You got to keep hustling, man. Pete Carroll has something he's always, this slogan that he lived by, winning forever, always trying to do things better than they done before. And the worst enemy of great is good. All right, great is good. Yes, and you got to have stability, organization from the top down. Well said, Adam, man. I'm about to send you a link, man, so you come on the show with me, man. I love the stuff that you're saying, man. We're gonna have a fan appreciation, Alan, and then, hey, you're gonna be that guy. So email me, text me your email, man. We're gonna send you the link. All right, we're gonna have a fan appreciation show. I'm gonna bring you on, man. I love to see what you got to say in person, man. All right, if you got a face for radio, you don't have to show your face. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Hey, man, we showing some love, man. I appreciate the love you showing us, bro. Always, man. I appreciate your love, but definitely want to get you on, man. You've been one of our top fans. Yes. So send me your email, bro, and we'll send you a link, and I'll let you know. We'll reach out to you. And we'll get this done, man, so we can get you on. Yeah, baby, go Canes, go Canes. And we're gonna talk about those Hurricanes in a minute. They were off this week, had a bye this week. They got Clemson. All right, had a bye last week. I got Clemson this week, man. So it's definitely time to put up and shut up, man. Get this thing back right, man. We're right on prime for this. Hey, but speaking of NFL, man, just going through the laundry list of the games, man. Obviously, talk about Cincinnati beating Jacksonville, Cincinnati getting their W. And one thing about it, man, like I said earlier, me and Klew talked about, man, they redshirt Joe Burrows. Because this dude's a baller, right? But they ain't got no talent around him. They getting him killed, and they trying to pass on the ball. One thing that I look for instantly when they won the game, number one, talked about Joe Mixon. Hey, establish your running game. That takes the pressure off the quarterback. Joe Burrow still threw for 300 yards, right? But the thing I like, man, he got protection, right? Gave a Cincinnati offensive line only gave up one sack, all right? Kept them clean. And so when you establish the running game, man, and then now the O-line protect, you do some play action pass and stuff like that, that's going to translate into the W now. Now, is it going to translate to a lot more W's? Nah, because they just don't have a lot of talent. But speaking of talent, man, who gets something done, the Cleveland Browns, baby, staying on State of Ohio, man. Hey, they beat those Cowboys. Klew, where you at, baby? Hey, man, Klew, I don't know about you and your picking, man. That's not too good. But, yeah, man, Cleveland Browns getting it done, beat those Cowboys 49-38. Man, OBJ getting it done, too. Man, that was a sick reverse that he had, took it to the house. Seemed like he was looking for a place to go out of bounds and turn that thing up. So, man, it ended up scoring. And, man, he did a little trick play, little reverse pass, Landry to OBJ getting it done. Yeah, no doubt, man. He showed up and showed out. I think that was his first 2-touchdown game since he been with the Cleveland Browns. So they definitely got to keep it going. And they getting the right formula. Even though they lost Chubb to an injury early in the game, they still establishing that run. And they're not trying to, ride the hype train about, okay, let's get the style points, let Baker Mayfield throw it out, air it out. No, I love the fact the coach sticking to the game plan, having a balanced offense is resulting in a win. Talking about my Saints getting it done, 35-29. Then, man, the Giants, come on, Giants. Man, end up taking another L, 17-9. It's going to be a long season for them. The Colts, man. If you think about who's got the number one defense in the league, would you say the Indianapolis Colts? But they getting it done on defense, right? Even despite my man Rivers, man, Phillip Rivers, man, you got to protect the ball. But they getting it done, end up squeezing out a victory 19-11 against the Bears. And Buffalo, my God, right? Buffalo is undefeated. beat the Las Vegas Raiders 30. Still can't get used to saying that, 30-29. And then Seattle, man, let Russ cook, right? Russell getting it done, man, trying to get it done as far as, yeah, he's having fun. Yeah, Phillips is having fun, but he needs to have fun not throwing those picks, man, because the O-line doing a great job protecting for him. He can't get greedy, man. He's definitely got to get it done, man. Yeah, Adam. Yeah, Double A. Kid in Buffalo's definitely got the arm talent, great athlete, can run and all that stuff. And I like the fact that they surrounded him around some talent, man, so he ain't got to try to do it on his own. What's up, Coach Hugh? How you doing? Yeah, Seahawks. Still showing some love for the Seahawks. I was just talking about let Russ cook, man. Russ is doing it. And the thing about like Seattle, man, they're going to stick true to form. All right, that's why people begging for let Russ cook. Obviously, man, Russ is still, he could do it, but he's still at his best, man, when they're running the ball and they still getting that done, setting up the play action pass. His deep ball is so pretty, but it's going to, by setting up the run, man, and doing those things, man, it's going to open up even more for him, and they end up getting it done. Russell, man, have another great day. I think he tied now Peyton Manning for touchdowns thrown in 4 games. Seahawks are 4-0. I think Russ now threw 16 touchdowns in 4 games, man. Talked about Brady, right? Brady's throwing picks. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Is it? Yeah, I know we were talking about Jameson throwing picks. Now Brady's throwing uncharacteristic throwing picks every week, 2 on outs. He got to give that up, man. I wouldn't throw no outs on that guy, Lee. So I'm not used to Brady throwing picks like that. He usually making great decisions. So I don't know what's going on out there, man. There's something in the water down in Tampa. But thank God he woke up, man, at the end and led them to victory 38-31. Like I mentioned earlier, man, had 5 touches. And same with him. I mentioned Lamar Jackson, man, getting it done once again, leading Baltimore over Washington 31-17. And Carolina with the upset over Arizona, right? I said upset. And my man Teddy Bridgewater from South Florida getting it done, man. Teddy had a scramble for a touchdown, man, to scoring to get it done with his arm and his leg. My man Teddy Bridgewater, Minnesota finally getting that W, man, and Philly, man. What's up with the NFC East, right? The leaderboard, whoever imagined that, it seemed like deja vu just like last year, right? Right now, everybody's got 1 win, right? 1 win. Philly is leading the board with 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 tie. All right, Dallas got 1 win and 3 defeats, right? It's just crazy. All right, Philly got what? No, I already talked about Philly, and who else? Washington got 1 win with 3 losses. And then, man, it's just a bad thing, man. It's just bad. And the Giants ain't getting none. How about them Cowgirls, man? Boy, you wrong for that, Adam. What's up, Steve? The Giants will get their first win. They beat those Cowgirls this Sunday, man. Oh, man, I don't know who you got. So you Giant, nah. Man, I'm going with those Cowgirls, man. Those Cowgirls, man, they got too much offense for the Giants, man. Giants is another team. I like the attitude. I like their fight, right? They just ain't got enough talent, man, to get it done. They ain't got enough talent to get it done. So those Cowgirls, man, could continue to put up some points. Because how about your boy, man, Dak Prescott? Pay the man. That's what we need to have a segment. Pay the man, right? 450 yards again, 3 consecutive weeks. Pay the man. He's trying to get paid, man. I mean, I don't know what Jerry Jones trying to do, obviously, man, with Dak, man. Dak doing again, double down on himself, man. And he keep this up, man. Jerry Jones gonna have to take us out a second loan on that new stadium he got just to pay him, bro. Cause it is bad, man. It's bad. Dallas versus Duke. Oh, Adam, you were wrong, man. Klew ain't here to defend himself. Hey, it seems that way, right? Dallas versus Cowboys. Dallas versus the Giants. You got that Duke quarterback, man, ain't getting it done, man. He's out there stealing, man. But no, I can't hate on the dude, man. They got to get some talent around him. Anytime you lose your top running back, man, and you're already deficient on talent, even though Gallman is a good runner, but I mean, Saquon Barkley, man, it's the reason why he was selected the way he's selected. It's the reason why he's doing those Campbell Soup commercials, because that joker's a grown man, man. He is getting it done, you know? I ain't want to transition to college football, baby. My Hurricanes, man, they're on a bye week, all right, because you know that's why they didn't make he's a problem, but they're definitely going to be a problem for those Clemson Tigers this week, man. We getting it done this week, man. Those Canes, man, those Hurricanes, man. I'm excited to see them play. I'm excited for them to take the next step, man. And to me, every game they're getting better and better offensively, right? We got to get those receivers to step up. They played good for a half, and then they end up tapping out, man, drops and all that stuff. We got to get rid of the self-inflicted wounds on offense and defense, man. Defense, man, as far as got the stretch play, that play is bothering me. We got to fit that up right, but those guys are starting to get the takeaways and stuff like that. Yeah, right now it's all good. 2 touchdowns, underdog, that's good. I want them to come out and talk bad about us. I want them to do all that stuff, man. Set the atmosphere right, because I want all the bulletin board materials we can get. Because at this point, we need everything, man. Because Clemson's a good team. I watched them, man. They're very well coached on both sides of the ball. I mean, those guys are reloading. Obviously, man, you got a quarterback, Lawrence. You got the running back they have. Man, they're definitely a problem, man. But, hey, I love what we're doing. I think the Hurricanes, man, we're heading in the right direction. We got to come ready to play, man. We got to get it going, man. We got to get this thing going. We got to play great on both sides of the ball. Defense, man, like I said, the thing that's encouraging, right, when I look at the yardage that's given up, I look at the issues, I look at the offense, right? You saw Florida State, and obviously, man, Florida State, they're hurting right now. They struggled this week just trying to get a win with Jacksonville State. You know, they finally trying to settle on the quarterback, and I think they're going with Terry now to get that done. I think that's a great move, because looking at our game, he was the only guy that was doing something against us. Then when he got hurt, they ain't have a chance, you know. But yeah, we got to get this thing done, man. Looking at that, man, it's the self-inflicted wounds that are costing us, you know. And that's the thing, man. On offense, the penalties, the drops, every now the brain farts and protection. On defense, just fundamental stuff, man. Just eyes on your key, run fit. You know, you playing man-to-man coverage and you looking back at the quarterback. And we had this thing, if you playing man-to-man coverage and you looking at the quarterback, you're going to see the quarterback throw the ball and you're going to see the receiver catch the ball, because he's going to create this separation. And then just the mental errors, man, seem like guys are running free. But, hey, man, in Manny Diaz, I'm trusting. We had a great time to have a bye week. Blake James, outstanding job to schedule that bye week before you play Clemson. So now we got 2 weeks to prepare, to work out the kinks, man, and get this thing going, man. Because my man LL, man, Coach Lashley, like I say, I call him LL. Ladies love Cool J. Hey, but Canes fan love Coach Lashley, because that joker, he knows how to find the weakness. He knows how to attack the schemes and put guys in position to make plays, and they're going to get it done, man. Right, should be no distraction, fast tempo offense, no doubt. It's going to hurt them, all right, and stuff. Hey, no doubt. When are you going to return, Coach? Oh, man, thanks, Prime. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But nah, man, they holding it down, man. We got to get this thing done. All right. So then just, yeah, those Canes, man, and Clemson this week. And Clemson had an easy victory last week against UVA. North Carolina, man. Hey, North Carolina, they had a nail biter, man. It went the tale of 2 undefeated teams. All right. North Carolina against Boston College. Man, Boston College, since I was in college, man, they always, you can't sleep on them, man. You can't, I don't care who's that coach, who's their head coach, they always come ready to play, man. They're not an easy victory, man. The coach up there doing a great job, man. And it went down to the wire, man. North Carolina, man, they was holding their breath. Boston College ended up scoring late, and then they went for 2, ended up getting a pick. And then that's what sealed the game for North Carolina. But Mac Brown got those boys on fire. They're doing well. And they had a long layoff, had 3 weeks before they played one game, and then with the COVID and all this situation, then play for another 3 weeks. So it's like hitting the reset button, like the NBA getting started again. So I can understand that. And then, man, North Carolina State beat Pitt. Come on, man. I was cheering. That was a bittersweet victory, man. I was cheering for North Carolina State, man. I was cheering for Pitt because I want them to be undefeated. So Canes take care of business with Clemson. And then now Pitt stay undefeated and the Hurricanes beat them and just make us look that much better. Stuff like that. Pitt, man, golly. But North Carolina State got it done, man. They got it done. Dave Doran, the head coach who's playing for his job, right? Those boys came ready to play with all the distractions and stuff they went through, COVID stuff they dealing with. And Pitt, man, Pitt, golly, self-inflicted wounds, man, getting it done. That D-line they got is a grown man D-line. They get it done. But North Carolina State, they did a good job of protecting the quarterback, handle that pressure that Pitt was coming that way, and they got it done. And they drove the end of the field, man. That receiver, George McDonald, coach, I forgot the name of that receiver, man. That quarterback made an excellent throw, man. Behind a back shoulder throw, man. Receiver created separation, caught the ball, ended up getting that victory, and they got it done. And like once again, I know it's Klew's birthday, but we gotta rub it in on those Duke. How can you lose, man? Virginia Tech, bro. They was hurting. They ain't had nobody. All their DBs, the corners was out. Come on, Couplet. Come on, man. How can you lose the game 38-31? The first team DBs out, corners out, the second team corners out, other guys are hurt, and you still can't get the W. Come on, Duke. Duke, you're in for a long season. Everybody trying to schedule you right now, man. You got team trying to schedule you right now. My high school is trying to schedule Duke for their homecoming team. Golly, man. Come on, Duke. Come on, Klew. What's up with those Blue Devils, man? Golly, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, hey, but quickly before we jump in, I got some experts coming in a minute. My man Landon Tillman, more Marcus, man. We're going to talk some NBA basketball as well. But listen, I want to finish this up. SEC, we talked about it earlier. With Bama rolling over Texas A&M 52-24. Mac Jones, hey, he's a problem getting it done, man. Florida beat South Carolina. Florida got it. They rolling, baby. Florida, they got a quarterback over there getting it done, man. And then Georgia beat Auburn, man. Golly, man. They got a defense. They got a running game. Had a question at quarterback, and Bennett, man, stepped up. They talked about taking 4 quarterbacks to head into the game that was going to be able to play. Bennett's like, man, we ain't having none of that. Establish the run game. Like I said, man, once you establish the run game, man, you got to do too much. It takes a lot of pressure off a quarterback, man. Guys able to play action, pass, protect, and get some time and get that thing done, you know? And so, obviously, man, that was great. And then TCU beat Texas. And then Klew, where you at? I'm killing you today, Klew. All right, I told you, man. Talking about Mississippi State, man. Arkansas, man, say, get out of there with that, man. Man, you go from the penthouse to the outhouse, man. Man, quarterback threw 3 picks. One minute threw for 600-something yards. Next minute can't play dead in the Cowboy movie, man. You talking about they going to win the division. Child, please, man. Hey, Arkansas got it done, man. Arkansas, you drunk the Kool-Aid, Klew. I'm on you, baby. You better watch the tape to defend yourself, man. And then, man, Central Florida, come on, man. Central Florida, golly. Man, I drunk the Kool-Aid, man. Had a quarterback from Hawaii 5-0 getting it done. Y'all take that L 34-20 against Tulsa, the Golden Hurricanes. Come on, man. Golly, we got to get that done. Man, that hurt me, man. I thought Central Florida, man, your action speaks so loud, couldn't hear what you say. Your action speaking loud on the field that you belong in a Power 5 school. We can't have losses like that. You know, they'll hold that against us, man. Hey, yeah, the Duke Lakers, yeah, no doubt. All right, so you asked me, Georgia and Alabama, who you like, Coach? Ooh, that's a good one there, man. God, that's a good one. That's a great one right there. You know what? I'm going to go Georgia, Alabama. God, that's tough, man. That's tough. God, that's tough. God, it's tough. I'm gonna go with the home team right there. That's a toss-up, man. No, you know what? I'm going with Georgia. All right, Kurt, I'm gonna go with it. I'm going with Georgia. I'm going with Georgia, man. I think Georgia, they've been left at the altar so many times, man. They got to get it done, man, and they're gonna get it done and get this done. Hey, what's up, Brown Sugar? We got to get it done. All right, listen. Speaking of getting it done, man, I'm bringing my boys, my NBA expert. To the stream. What's up? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up, man?
Good, man.
Hey, just pulling it down, man. I appreciate my boy Landon. What's up, Landon? Too, man.
Mike B.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys coming on. And Marcus, what's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself, Mike?
Good, man. Good, boy. You got your glasses on, boy. You look like you ready to go, boy. You ready, man. I like it. You got your game face on. I love it, man. I love it. Hey, first of all, I appreciate you guys coming on, especially at the last minute. You know Landon a good friend. I called him up maybe about an hour or two. Hey, man, I need you to come on the show. And trust me, Landon is a behind-the-scene guy. He don't like to be in front of the camera. So I appreciate he helping a brother out, man. Golly, he got my back, helped me out. And then not only did he help me out, but he brought my man Marcus with him as well, man. So hey guys, just tell a little bit about yourself, man, and we'll get right into it. Go ahead, Landon. Just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and we'll jump right into it.
Hey, man, not much, man. Columbus, Ohio. Love me some basketball. You know, play college ball on the lower level. Officiate basketball now. So just love being around the game, man. It's exciting, fun to watch things going on in the bubble. My son plays, my daughter's volleyball. So I'm just sports all day, man. Sports all day.
Nice. And tell them about the your son AAU team that you're a part of. So in case somebody watching from Columbus, Ohio, if you want to go on.
Yeah, shout out to the Ohio Hoopsters, man. My brother Lamont runs that club. My son, he's gonna be a senior this year. So he's been playing, man, since he was like 6 years old. So we just been running crazy. I'm actually kind of excited to kind of get this summer off. Not traveling as much as we used to, but yeah, it's been fun, man.
No doubt. And Marcus, man, why don't you introduce yourself to the fans, man? Tell a little bit about yourself and anything else you want to promote, man.
Hey, I'm just a basketball fan. I got invited to the chat, Mike, at the last minute.
Yeah, right.
I was on a conference call from work, and Landon called, and I was like, I got to text you, call me back.
Right.
And then he explained. I was like, sure, man, I'll jump on real quick. We can always chat it up. I'm more of a stats man. I like looking at the numbers, because I think that you can learn a lot just by seeing what was really going on. I mean, we know obviously we see stuff with our eyes, but you like, oh man, I didn't know that they were shooting that bad, or they actually dominated them, in that to that level. So Landon's my cousin. I actually went to school with your wife, man. She's a year older than me, back in middle school, and know your mother-in-law, your wife's grandmother, and all them. So it's all good.
Oh, you fam. Okay, you fam. My wife over here perking up like, oh, she went to school. Who that? Come over here. She like, who that is?
Making a cameo.
Back in the day. She's a year older than me.
Oh, yeah. She's making a little cameo. We'll get her to make a cameo in a minute. Hey, so talk to me there, Marcus, man. I love numbers as well, man. I got my degree in accounting. I stayed at a Holiday Inn, too. But talk to me about what are the numbers saying about this Heat and Lakers matchup? What are the numbers? Let's talk a little money ball, man. What is it saying?
So from a numbers perspective, obviously, all right, if we just look at the physicality of both teams, right? Yeah. From a height, from a weight, from an experience standpoint, the Lakers have the numbers there. Right. I mean, you can look through the eyeball test, right? They get off the bus and you're like, Miami realistically should not be in this series.
Right.
And I think we saw that in game one.
Yeah.
I think game two. And game two, game two, you know, the body language, the Lakers didn't really bring a lot of energy in game two either, but they knew we are the better team. We could kind of go through the motions. They, you know, from a 3-point shooting standpoint, I forgot how many how many shots they put up. It was like 47, right? I think it was game two. You know, and they were making a good enough amount to keep it, you know, to stay in the lead. I think, you know, for the most part, they won by, what is it, 10 or something like that. It was never, the game was never in doubt. Game three, when we saw who I believe is probably the MVP for this series for the Lakers, in my opinion, I think Anthony Davis. With him not being in there, that made a difference. I think Anthony Davis total put up 9 shots on
like 15 points.
Sunday, man. Yeah, he had 15 points. He's 6 of 9. He's shooting 66%, but you only put up 9 shots. You make 6 of them. You grab 5 rebounds, you know, in 32 minutes. That to me was the difference. All right. I mean, we can look at the other guys and what they did or didn't do, but for me, I think that was the driving the engine for the Lakers. Plus 19 turnovers.
So with Anthony Davis, is that more so what the Heat did to him, or just him not being aggressive? Which one? What it is, or is it just a combination of both?
You asking me or Landon?
Landon. I'm sorry.
You know what? That's all Anthony Davis, man. I mean, you can't do anything. You just got to hope he's off. I know Jimmy Butler was talking about that. Like, look, if we're gonna be in this series, like we gotta rebound, like we gotta compete, we gotta be physical. So I mean, I know they tried that, but that's just him not being aggressive, not making shots. That foul trouble will really hurt him. He probably hurt himself with that. So I mean, if Miami can figure out how to pull that off again and get that Joker in foul trouble early, like that's the money right there. Because if he stay on the court, you have nobody that can match up with him. I think Bam is going to try to play tonight. Right. But I mean, Bam was probably 60% that first game because I think his shoulder was hurting. You know, a few bumps and bruises. So we don't know what he's going to be like tonight. But at least that'll be another body to compete with him. But yeah, I think AD is whatever he want to do and however he feels.
Hey, with Marcus being a number guy, is there I know with football, right? We used to say, man, takeaways. Whoever win the takeaway is gonna win the game. So the more takeaways you got or win that battle, then the percentage of you winning go higher and higher. For example, I think if you had +1 takeaway, it was like a 6% chance to win. +2 was like 80. +3 was like 90 something. Is there one stat in this matchup that we need to look at to see that's the telltale sign, or if maybe not just one, maybe 2 that you look at that you like, okay, this is going to decide the factor of who wins it? Any stats like that jump out to you?
Well, definitely you hit on that. Turnovers. I mean, game 1, it was Miami had 8, the Lakers 12, but it was meaningless. 9. Game 2, they both had 9 turnovers. Game 3,
right,
LeBron James had 8 turnovers. All right, Miami had 12 total. LeBron James had 8. Anthony Davis had 5. The Lakers total had 19. So 12 to 19.
Wow.
Sure, it's only 7, but when your key ball handlers and your key scorers have 13. And Miami as a team only has 12. I think that does a difference. What's interesting is LA is also out rebounding that. That goes back to the first point I was making from a size standpoint. But game 1, it was just like they out rebounded them by 18. Last game they only out rebounded them by 6. So not that it was a major factor, but I mean it's just interesting. I think for me there's no energy. You guys aren't hustling. You're not trying to get, hunt down loose balls, anything like that. Plus, defensively, Miami actually shot the ball. The last 2 games, they've shot actually over 50%.
Yeah, they shot.
So that's the difference. They shot 50% in game 2 and 51% in game 3. So, the Lakers for being supposed to be a defensive minded team.
Right.
If a team is putting up 50% on you,
yeah.
And Jimmy Butler was getting to the line. He was getting fouled like crazy. Like,
right. I think he had like 14 attempts or something like that.
I can make free throws all day, man. I think they were, what, 21 or 23 from the free throw line.
Right.
So hey, if they can get that kind of action towards the rim, like that really helps them for real.
Landon, anything else that you see from a naked eye that you like, man, I like in this? If any deciding factor from you being a coach as well, Coach K, baby. What adjustments do
I think it's the other guys, man. I mean, I like the flavor that Miami has. Like, I mean, they just got that grit and that grind, you know. And I think with a Hero, the way he's playing, Olynyk, like them guys are the ones. If them dudes can make some shots, Miles Leonard came out last game.
Right.
And he hit a couple threes.
Right.
You know, I think it's those other guys on Miami's team that I'm really looking forward to watching tonight. Like, what are they going to do? How are they going to compete, you know, on the second go-round? And even that Michigan boy, even though I can't do Michigan, but I have to give Duncan Robinson his kudos, man. All day. All day. But, yeah, that Duncan Robinson, like, he doing his thing, too. I think that if he can keep shooting the rock like that, just keep them honest. I mean, Miami got a lot of open shots in game 3. I mean, they were able to penetrate and kick. And it's like if y'all keep giving them open shots like that, like it's gonna be a long. I think what you saw Jimmy Butler, like they in trouble. They in trouble.
Right.
You know, they in trouble. So I think just that motivation of them tonight is gonna be fun to watch, you know, to see what kind of energy they bring. And boy, if they can pull this one off tonight, like it's gonna be real fun. But I don't think they gonna make it though. I just don't think LA gonna allow that to happen. But you know, I wishful thinking.
Right. Well, I mean, what in addition, what does is it more about what the Heat needs to do as if the Heat play their best game and the Lakers play their best game, it's no contest, right? You're saying the Lakers got it.
No, that's not gonna happen. Now, but what is it? The thing about it though, if Miami plays their best basketball, I don't think it allows the Lakers to play their best basketball.
Okay. So dig into that. Like, explain that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Miami, because they need to be so aggressive and be so physical, getting to the free throw line, that, you know, I think if they play that game, it's going to take the Lakers out of that run mentality. I mean, because the Lakers will get out. I mean, you saw a couple times early in this year, LeBron get the rebound, one pass, AD catch it, dunk the ball. I mean, it don't even touch the floor. But if you're making shots, you have the free throw line, that's just slowing LA down. So that is really about Miami has to play their best basketball to even compete. I mean, there's just no way around it, and just hope that LA is just a little off.
Hey, Marcus, anything that you see also that just you want to talk about that numbers show? Like, man, look, hey, this is the numbers and the Rubik's Cube. I don't solve it. any algorithms or numbers or calculated formulas or anything?
No, I think what Landon was talking about in terms of, you know, Miami, their full roster plan. It's interesting. LA, I think the commentators even talk about, you don't know who's your true number 3 on a given night, right? I mean, I think Rondo has been coming out.
Man, I'm sorry. Where that dude now? He want to try to shoot 3-pointers. Like, really? Rondo, man. Rondo, man. He need to come back. He need to come back to the media, man. Like, he is like. I'm sorry, Marcus. I just had to throw that out there.
In that playoff Rondo, that's what he.
That's what they call it, man. That's true. Plus, they were giving him some open looks and stuff like that. So, but you know, one game. Caldwell Pope is, you know, he's on fire. The next game, last game, he was like 1 of 5 or whatever. Danny Green, he's been completely absent. One of 8 one game. I think he didn't even hit a field goal last game. 0 of 6, if I'm not mistaken. Morris was on, right?
Yeah, I think he had like 19.
Yeah, 19, 13, something like that. When Morris and Kuzma are your second and third leading. I think they took the most field goals, second and third most field goals of the team.
Right.
There's probably a problem there.
Right.
So
don't need to be shooting that much. Right.
Yeah, I think to sum it up, if the Lakers starting five does their thing, LeBron, Dwight Howard, even game one, from an energy standpoint, his energy has been missing. Green at least hit something.
Just a couple. Just hit a couple, right?
Well, Pope hit some open threes, and then bench come in and do what you do. I think the Lakers are okay, but again, if Miami is playing Miami ball, which is playing tough, playing consistent, regardless of who's on the floor, then no, the Lakers aren't going to be able to run up and down the court. But that's when I think you'll see, all right, y'all want to play zone? All right, we're going to break the zone. All right, somebody flash to the middle. Give me the ball. Now I'm going to lob it up to AD.
Right.
You guys are too short for him. Right. Even if Bam comes back, and he can do whatever he wants to do at the rim. So,
I think the bubble getting LA, man. I think the bubble gonna get them, and they're gonna start breaking down. They're gonna break down at the end. They emotionally, they just gonna crack, man.
Who the Lakers?
Yeah, the bubble getting to them, man. They've
been in a bubble too long. They started losing. But my mind playing tricks on me.
Right.
Hey, well. Hey, as we close, Landon, go ahead and what does the Heat needs to do to win the game? What do you think the Heat needs to do to win the game?
I think it's going to have to be balanced scoring. I mean, Butler had 40 last game. He doesn't prefer, I think, to score like that. So I think it's just going to have to be a well-rounded game. I'm really interested to see if Kendrick Nunn, if he can give a little.
Right.
I don't think Dragic is going to play.
Right.
From that spot. So if Nunn, I think Nunn only had like 4 points last game. I mean, but if you're going to be running in for rookie of the year, he was in that conversation. Like, it's like, hey, he has to step up. If they can get well-rounded scoring, I think that'll be their best chance. That these guys, you just got to hit your open shots and let's see how it goes.
Awesome. Marcus, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think from LA standpoint, take care of the basketball. Bring some energy. As I stated first, I think from a size, from an experience standpoint, and other factors, the two teams don't match up. Right. But again, if you as a player, Mike, if you guys you decide to take 3 quarters off, which I think is what LA was. If you look at them, that's what they seem to be wanting to do. Game 3, just keep it close, and then
they act like they got money on the game.
Right? Yeah, that too. Right. But it's like game 3. Yeah, we're gonna keep them close. We'll stay close 3 quarters, and then we'll bring our energy, our game 4th quarter. Well, it was too late. By then, so.
Well, all right. Give me some predictions tonight. What's your Landon? What's your prediction tonight? Who's gonna win?
Man, my head is the Lakers. My heart is Miami.
Marcus.
What it is.
Yeah, I think the same. I think the Lakers are gonna come out focused because that game 3 left a very sad, sour taste in their mouth. Yeah. And unless somebody is paying off the referees and somebody said, my bad, Landon. I realize.
Landon's a ref too, man. Landon's a ref too, man.
I know, but unless somebody said, we know we need to keep this series going an extra game or 2, to bring in some revenue. I think LA is going to come out and. I don't think it's going to look pretty tonight, personally.
Got you. No doubt, man. What
about you, Mike? What you got?
Yeah.
I'm like you, man. My heart is with the Heat, but Lakers, man. Hey, Jimmy Butler, I mean, they probably playing that clip over in his mind. It's over, and they were like, man, we about to kill him.
Right, yeah.
And then usually with AD, man, I mean, for him to not be aggressive like that, like you talk about foul trouble, I mean, usually it's like my coach always used to say, 9 out of 10 people can handle failure. Only 1 out of 10 can handle success. And that failure, that comeback game, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pride,
how you gonna respond?
He's about to respond. You know, And I know Bron's about to feed him and make sure they get him going. You know what I'm saying? Like they about to be intentional. So, and I just don't think that he got an answer for AD. You know, they don't have an answer. They can't stop both of them. And really, that's the only way to me the Lakers will lose if one of those two guys, AD or Bron, don't show up. You know,
right?
You know, they don't
Olynyk gonna be the MVP, man. Olynyk about to have 25. I'm predicting it. I guarantee it, baby.
Okay, Charles.
Right. Hey guys, listen, man. I appreciate y'all coming on, man. Thank you so much, man. We got to get y'all to come on again, man. Marcus, appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Marcus, for looking out, bro.
Man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having my back, man. I appreciate y'all, fellas.
All right, you guys be good,
man.
All right, y'all have a good one, man. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
All right, take care.
All right, later. All right, I got my man, Coach Laser. What's up, Coach?
How you doing, Michael? How's everything, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I wish I was down in sunny South Florida, baby. You're holding it down, man.
It is, and it is sunny and nice breeze right now. We're having a great time here on the field.
Yes.
It couldn't get any better.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Hey, man, thank you, first of all, for coming on, man. I know I contact you at the last minute, man. You had my back, man. I appreciate, man, you coming on, man.
Anything for you, Michael.
Hey, Coach, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, what you got going on? I know just where your baseball academy, just a little bit about yourself, man, in case people want to know what you got going on.
And I coached at the University of Miami for 19 years, coached at Louisville, and very, very fortunate of 3 national championships at Miami. Very fortunate of silver medal in the Olympics. And been very fortunate to meet guys like you, meet a lot of those great ex-Hurricane players, and just very happy to be here. I have a baseball academy now here in Miami, and kids from anywhere from the ages of 8 to 16 years old. We really work hard. We do the same things we used to do at the university. Same practice, same philosophy. And the main thing nowadays for young men is, teaching them discipline and, teaching them respect. A lot of kids don't get that from the house, from the home. And they'll come over here and they think they're the #1 draft pick in the nation.
Hey, no doubt. Coach, if somebody wants to find your program, you mentioned where it is. Can you give the name and how they can get your website name? How can they get in contact with you if they want to sign up for your academy?
Absolutely, Michael. It's you could call me personally at 305-901-9173. Our baseball academy is based in Sweetwater, and like I said, we work out 4 times a week. We work 3 hours a day. Not many academies do that. They usually go maybe 2 times a week, a couple hours a day. But we try to give them the best we can and teach them the best we can.
Coach, can you give the number one more time just in case it was breaking up a little bit? I want to make sure everybody got the number.
Absolutely. It's 305-901-9173. And that's my personal number, and I'll be more than happy to talk to anyone that calls me.
Awesome, Coach. I appreciate it, man. And you take, once again, from ages 8 years old to 18?
8 years old to 18 years old, correct.
And then for those who don't know where Sweetwater is, just kind of let them know where it's close by.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows where Florida International University is at. We're right,
baby.
We're about 3 minutes away from there, from Miami Park, where the big fairgrounds are. We're pretty much in the center of Miami. So, again, hey, give me a call, and we'd love to see you guys over here.
Okay, great, Coach. I appreciate it. Hey, man, listen, I gave you a call because I wanted to, check up on you, man, and see how you're doing, man. And then number 2, man, I want to talk some baseball, baby. Hey, let's talk about the games that's going on, the games that's happening today, man. Obviously, one game that already took place, and both of us was cheering for them, is the hometown team, the Marlins, man. Talk about the game, talk about what happened, and just what the Marlins need to do, man, to turn that L to a W, man.
Well, the first thing they got to do is they got to stop talking and trying to hit somebody. Alcantara and Acuna, they've been at it for the last year and a half. I mean, going right after him, a counter was 96, 98, 99 miles an hour. And, he's been pitching a lot inside to Acuna, and he hit him again today. And at the time that he hit him, the Marlins were winning 4-1, and all of a sudden it's 4-3. And then at the end of the day, it was 9-5. As a team, especially like the Marlins, you want to kind of stay low profile. And, you're playing a much better team, much better talent, much more of a veteran team with the Braves, or versus the Braves. And, you got to just kind of stay within yourself and not talk too much and just play the game of baseball.
Season out. What's your thoughts on that? Okay, I'm sorry. Did you hear my question?
No, I did not, Michael.
Oh, I apologize. I was saying, what does the Marlins need to do to correct the issue? They already lost the game one. It's the best out of 5 series, right? 5-game series, best out of 5. What do the Marlins need to do to go ahead and win this series? What adjustments they need to make? What additional things they need to do to win this series?
Well, as you know, Michael, everything is won by defense and pitching in baseball. You got a good pitching staff, which the Marlins do. They're young, but they got a very good pitching staff. And they got to play defense, which they also have a good defense. I mean, with their weakness, of course, is their hitting. But at the same time, in championship games, it's no different than in football. I mean, you win with defense. And now they got to go back into the books. They got to be able to pitch fundamentally. Okay. Their adjustment is, trying to stay within themselves. I see a lot of guys like Aguilar, even Anderson, even though he had a great day today, they're trying to hit the ball 500 feet, where they just got to play, fundamental baseball, station-to-station baseball, okay? Hit the ball the other way. You're going to see some really good pitching from the Braves. Think middle way. Maybe do a little bit of hit and run, some delay steals and things like that. Maybe play small ball. Maybe play small ball against the Braves that they're going to score runs. I mean, so fundamentally, you got to go back to basics with the Marlins, think about pitching and defense, and go from there.
Well, Coach, when you talk about small ball, I know a lot of that from a basketball standpoint. You think of the Houston Rockets, right, where they traded their center and they went Westbrook and Harden. What is small ball in baseball for those who don't know, like myself?
Well, usually small ball, in baseball, they play station to station. You might get a 7th-hole hitter, man on second, 1 out, no outs, and they're going to hit. Okay, small ball, hey, let's spun them over. Let's get them to third with less than 2 outs, and then let's score them on either fly ball, a base hit, a sac fly, or something like that. So you're going to go small ball instead of just going to station to station. Station to station in baseball is mainly just going out there and hit, and they forget about the hit and run, which is small ball. They forget about the steal and bunt. They forget about the squeeze. They forget about all those things. Now, I understand in Major League Baseball, they're making a lot of money. So These guys want to bunt. They want to, get that RBI with a home gap to gap.
Right.
But still, nowadays, especially the Marlins against the Braves, they got to score as many runs as possible.
Right.
The Braves are going to score just like today. They had 1 run in the first 3 or 4 innings.
Right.
By the time the game was over, they had 9 runs. So you got to score as many runs as you can, especially early in the game, and then close the game to a 6-inning game and let your relievers take over 7, 8, and 9.
Right, no doubt. Because I was like, okay, we got this. They're like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, quickly, I know I can't, with the Marlins, man, since the hometown team, want to make sure I show them a lot of love. How did they get to this position? Meaning, like, the expectation this year was very low. Like, how they end up making the playoffs? You talking about playoffs? Yeah, playoff. How they got to this point? For those who haven't kept up with the Marlins, man, how did they get to this point? What happened?
Well, I mean, you talk about the Marlins, and you're talking about the Heat as well. How did the Heat get to the championship?
Exactly. No
You know,
doubt.
we go back to team baseball, fundamental, and having fun.
Yes.
Okay. And again, you go back to defense. Marlins
Yeah.
showed a lot of defense towards the end of the year. They showed a lot of young pitching towards the end of the year, and that's what got them to the postseason. Look what they did with the Cubs. I mean, I think their team ERA in the Cubs was under 3.2 something ERA.
Wow.
When you go under 3.2, 3.3 ERA, especially in the playoffs, you're going to win. You're going to win.
Exactly. All right, and now speaking of playoff, man, looking at this Houston Oakland A's right now, Houston got a lead the series 1-0, and right now top of the ninth, Houston is leading 5-2 over the Oakland A's. Man, talk about that series, man. What should we look for? I mean, what's happening? What's your prediction with that one?
Well, in that series, I mean, it's going to be pitching. Okay, look at what Lance McCullers did yesterday. Okay, part of these teams, Michael, what they're trying to do, especially in the big leagues, now the starter doesn't have to go more than 5 or 6 innings. Right. What they try to do is they shorten up the game, get their middle guy involved in the game, get their setup guy involved in the game, and of course, get the closer involved in the game. So they shorten up the innings to the starters. But with Oakland, you got guys that could hit a little bit. You got Chapman that with man on base, he's going to be able to get some run in. But now you go back and you look at Houston, Michael. You got a kid like Correa, okay, hitting 7th in the lineup for you, where he could hit 3rd or 4th in the lineup for anybody in the big leagues.
Yes,
okay? This kid is special. So Houston, they got some good hitting. They got hitting, they got pitching, they got relief, and they got an incredible defense. That's going to be a series that, Houston's going to win it, in my opinion, but it's not going to be as easy as 2-0 and 3-0.
Okay, no doubt. And right now they trying to prove you wrong, because look like right now it's top of the ninth, is 1 out. They 5-2 lead, and if they win this game, they got a 2-0 lead. Let's transition to my Yankees, man, versus Tampa Bay, man. Yankees won the first game, excuse me. And now what's your thoughts on that series? Anything we need to look for, and your prediction on that one?
Well, what are you going to do with the Yankees? How are you going to pitch to Stanton? How are you going to pitch to Judge? How are you going to pitch to Lemieux?
Right.
Oh, you got Torres. You got Ursula at third base. That's also hitting. I mean, how do you pitch to this team?
Right.
You can't pitch.
I think they had like 11 home runs in the first 3 games or something like that. I mean, broke some record. I mean, they got some power, and those guys was injured throughout the season. Now they're getting them back, man. So, so it seems like your prediction is Yankees got too much firepower, huh?
I'm going with the Yankees. It's just too much hitting, and then they got Chapman. You give it to him in the 8th, or 9th inning, and you're done. I mean, here's a guy throwing 97, 101 miles an hour, but it's just too much hitting. I'm going with the Yankees all the way there.
Yeah. Now the team that kind of, with this whole modified baseball season, kind of right from the beginning, man, with the trades they made, it was like, look, man, we're tired of being left at the altar, man. It's the Dodgers, right? And so right now they're playing the San Diego Padres, and first game starts tonight. What's your thoughts on that series? I mean, is the Dodgers, are they contenders or pretenders? I mean, what's your overall thought on that?
If it would have been a couple of years ago or last year, I would tell you they're contenders. In my opinion, just my opinion alone, they're pretenders. And I hate to use that.
Talk to me.
Dodgers. I hate that word, but but San Diego's got so much pop. Tatis up in the order. You got Machado. You got Hosmer. You got some of these guys that are just doing a great job in hitting. You see, that's one team that's doing a lot of situational hitting.
Okay.
You got the batters that they could go gap to gap, home runs and RBIs and all that, but they're doing a great job situational hitting, man.
Okay.
And their pitching is doing a great job. They're getting hot at the right time. I mean, I wouldn't pass it I'll tell you one thing. They're a team that could sneak into that World Series, in my opinion.
Wow. So you're calling. So, Coach, do I hear you clearly? Like you going against the expert? You're like, screw that. I'm the expert, and you're calling it, baby. You're saying that the Padres are gonna upset the Dodgers.
I really do think so. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm an expert, but I'll tell you.
You are, baby.
I'll tell you one thing. That's my dark horse right there. I'll tell you what.
Wow. Nice, man. Well said. So, what's your overall prediction? So, right now, that's your dark horse. Who you got from the AL? Who you think gonna win it all, man? What's your prediction on both sides?
Man, I'm going with the Yankees in the AL. Going with the Yankees all the way through. I'm going with them not only to win their division, but also to win the World Series this year. They, they're unstoppable. They're hot. They're in a groove. You got, like I said earlier, you got the third baseman Ursula. You got Torres. Up. They're hitting 260 something, 270. But man, they're clutch. Those two kids are young kids too.
Right. Well, Coach, let me ask you this last question. With the whole COVID and the whole bubble thing and the whole this and that, is that a big effect on teams as you think it is? We talked about the NBA. They've been isolated in Orlando bubble. Now Major League Baseball is doing their form of a bubble for playoffs and stuff. Is that a big factor? I mean, they're going to let some fans in at one point, but what's your thoughts on that? And is that affecting the game as well, you think, or what's your overall thoughts on that?
Well, you know what, and Michael, I mean, we all want the fans. We even as fans, we want to look up and see our kids and see our parents and all that. I feel, yes, not having fans there will, I don't want to use the word hurt, but it affects the game a little bit. Your adrenaline when fans are there, your adrenaline is much higher.
Right.
The situation of the game is much, hotter. This COVID-19, of course, we all know it hurt everybody and everything. But hey, you're still playing, whether you're playing in the bubble, whether you're playing in a major league stadium, or whether you're playing in an NFL stadium, you still got to compete. And you got and competition is, it comes from within. Doesn't come from fans, or it doesn't come from anything else. You're one of the biggest competitors I've ever seen in my life. His name is Michael Barrow.
Oh, Coach, thank you.
He didn't need fans. He didn't need coach. He just needed a field and somebody to pop. So as a professional, you play the game for yourself and for the love of the game. So it hurt us not to see the fans there, but you still got to play, Michael.
No doubt. No, well said. I agree totally, man. That's when you got to dig down deep, man, and get it done. And so the mental toughness, the teams that got that grit, like those Yankees, man, they're gonna get it done. Hey, Coach, one more time for those who probably just came on late. Can you tell about your academy in South Florida, in Sweetwater, and tell people once again about how if they're looking for training, looking for their kids to be involved with great training, great programming. Tell a little bit more about your program, Coach, because, man, I think you're an excellent coach as well, and, man, you could do wonders, man. So I want to make sure you let people know about your program.
They could call at 305-901-9173. Just like Michael says, his age is anywhere from 8 to 18 years old. We work just on fundamentals. We're not into the wins or losses. That's not important right now. That gets important in high school and college and professional baseball. We work on fundamentals, because without fundamentals and not knowing the game, which is what we teach, you ain't going nowhere.
No doubt.
As coaches. But we feel we
have tell her the name of your program as well, the academy.
Hardball Baseball Academy.
One more time.
Hardball Baseball Academy.
Awesome. And give the address to or website. I'm gonna type in the number as well.
Okay, the address is 250 Southwest 116th Avenue, and that's in Sweetwater, Florida.
Nice, man. Nice, Coach. Coach, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Oh my God, we definitely got to do this again, Coach. I know you coaching right now. I appreciate you sacrificing your time, especially like I just called you today at the last minute. And man, you was a blessing in disguise, man. Thank you so much for sacrificing your time, man, and taking out time just to share your expertise and man, to hang out with you, Coach. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. It's great to see you again, man. And definitely, if you don't mind, man, we gotta get you to keep coming on, Coach, and share your opinion, man. I learned so much today, man. Thank you so much, Coach. I did.
Anytime you could call me, Michael, and I'll be there.
Thanks, Coach, man. I appreciate it, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. I appreciate you. And once again, we got Hardball Baseball Academy. The number is 305-901-9973. All right. Hardball Baseball Academy.
9173.
9173. I'm sorry. So 305. All right. 901, right?
Right.
9173.
That's correct.
9173. All right, cool. Got it. All right. Sorry about that, Coach. Appreciate you, man. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, Coach, man. Enjoy that South Florida weather. Hopefully I'll see you within the next week or so, okay?
You got it, Michael. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. God bless. Hey, guys. Hey, listen, I appreciate you showing up today, watching the show, man. We had a great time. I hope you learned a lot. My man, Coach Laser from University of Miami back in the day, man, getting it done. 19 years coaching, got a baseball academy. Also, my man Landon and Marcus joining me earlier talking about basketball. So right now, I'm going to let y'all go. Get ready to go. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the show so you get the notifications. Also, my man Klew not with me, celebrating his birthday, man. I can't wait to see him so I can punch him in the shoulder, give him his licks. You know, you go old school, you got to give him his licks in. But listen, hey, appreciate y'all watching Sideline or Baseline, man. My name is MB and my boy Klew. Hey, it's Sideline and Baseline. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care. God bless. Peace.